what we're talking about. There's a photo of me and it looks like I'm masturbating.
The Hit 30.
Matty Healy from the 1975.
Hello, how are you?
When we chatted to you, Matty, about 7 weeks back, you said you guys were a big band. You said this, but not a massive...
Did I?
But not a massive
Don't make it
band.
out like I sound like that.
Yeah,
What band?
You said you were a big band, but not a massive band, and you were waiting to become a massive band to do some of the collaborations that you hope to do in the future. But that has pretty much all changed now, and I think you might be pretty massive now.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's weird, man. It's like, well, we've kind of been defined by how kind of aspirational we are, but I think that I wasn't really thinking about it that much on this record. I'm actually telling the truth. On paper, it doesn't look like a number one record, you know, from what it's called, to how many tracks it is, to what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh shit, fuck me, oh my God. I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking that the record is kind of really reached its potential, and it's amazing. And I'm just thinking about the record itself being out there and kind of being so loved. It's a really cool thing.
It's awesome. And it is called I Like It When You Sleep, for you are so beautiful yet so unaware of it. You also not only have the number one US album, you now have the record for the longest album title to ever go number one in the US. Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Well, you know what? If there was one statistic I was looking for in my career, it was that.
You got it.
It's lengthy titles. That's what I was going for. Is that true?
That's 100% true, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like that, actually. That is quite cool.
You did just mention, Matty, the name of the album and the number of tracks on it as well isn't so conducive as to being a number one in, say, the UK or the US or even Australia. 17 songs. For me, my favourite song is Somebody Else. I think it's just so beautifully understated. Mm-hmm. But what has been the feedback from fans on social media? What track are they loving the most, are you saying?
Well, I mean, I think that it goes along with that when I can't answer the question when people say, what's your favourite track? I mean, I think that we're very dynamic musically anyway, and I mean, I say that just in the way that we sound very different track to track. So, I mean, there's songs on there that are about, there's songs like The Sound and songs like Somebody Else and songs like Love Me, all completely different sentiments, and I think that you just see people who are at different times in their life relating to different things. I find If I Believe You has had a really big reaction. Yeah, I think that, and especially live, because we've got a gospel choir with us at the moment and stuff like that, I think that it's really, it's been quite a moment. But like I said, it's a 17-track record, so it's difficult to pick out what my favourite or what the favourite is.
Well, you took risks. That's a big thing. You came off a successful first album, a great first album, but you've taken risks with this. You've got songs that are purely instrumental on an album for an audience that is young females who want to hear you sing and take your shirt off. It must have been risky at some point for you to go, we're just going to play beautiful synths on a song and hope you enjoy it.
Everybody's been saying that and been using words like risk and confidence and kind of subverting the what you do on your second album with a band in our position. But if you actually think about it, like, mathematically, our EPs kind of very, very much touched on those ideas musically and were very, very much a part of the identity of those records. And we actually wrote them after the first album. So if you want a true chronological representation of the story of the 1975, you have to listen to the first album, then the EPs, then the new album, because that's actually how it happened. We just ended up putting the album out after the EPs. I mean, we've always been like embedded in ambient music and stuff like that. So for me, it was just me expressing myself. I wasn't thinking, oh my God, this is risky.
It'd be remiss of us not to connect you up with one. Piper, Matty, just tweeted the house down. She's in Maroochydore in Queensland. You're on the air with Matty Healy from the 1975. Piper, what's your question?
Matty, if you could live in the mind of somebody else for a day, who would it be and why?
Live in the mind of somebody else for the day? It would probably just be a woman. Well, how old are you, Piper?
I'm 16.
You're 16. I think you'd probably be a good choice.
Oh,
I mean,
oh my God!
I just want to, just so I could. I'm not trying. I'm not being, I'm not being sickly. I'm just saying that that's how I'd like to empathise. The one thing that I am definitely not is a young woman. I mean, I could say, I'd like to go into the mind of a great philosopher or a great world leader. But I suppose if I really, really tried, I could maybe be one of them. But I could never be a young woman.
You could become a woman, you couldn't become a young woman.
Exactly. So I'd be you, love.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Piper, that's an amazing answer for you. I know you're losing your shit, but you're also going to lose your shit when we tell you that you've also won yourself the 1975 album on vinyl and a vinyl player, darling.
No,
oh shit. Oh, nice. How nice.
trying
It's
not to
like
play-
turned into a little competition.
Yeah, just, you know.
Congratulations, Piper. Well done.
Hey, on the merch, Matty, the album's been obviously massively successful, but the merch and the look and the kind of imaging of the album, I think, has been just as good as the music, if not better.
Oh, wow. I don't know whether that's a compliment or not. But I
No,
think
it's definitely a compliment. Like, you get a feel from looking at stuff that is the 1975 now, and I think that's really warm and fuzzy.
I think that I've just really had an opportunity to to articulate my mind and have the whole world of the 1975 be like kind of created. And I think that, you know, the way that I see the music is just as kind of concise as the way that I hear it. So it's quite easy to make a visual vocabulary for the band.
I'd love to focus on two songs for a second, Matty. The first being Nana. We have spoken before about our loves of our nanas. Yours in particular has passed away. You've got a big tattoo on your chest to represent it. You've got a song on there called Nana. Is that going to be a difficult song to perform live because it's just rich with emotion and memory?
Definitely. I mean, I haven't done it yet. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I don't know what context would be right. I don't know what show would be right, because the shows at the moment are particularly celebratory. Mm-hmm. And I think that I would quite struggle with that song. I mean, honestly, Angus, I'd like to say, like, oh, no, it'd be sweet, I'll be all right. But I probably wouldn't at the moment. So I'll do it. I'll just have to start working it out.
Yeah, maybe like an acoustic set.
She Lays Down once, and that was all right. Yeah, something like that. I'll figure it out.
The other one is She's American, which is just a great song. And it's hilarious. I laugh when I listen to it. Was there a girl who told you that you've got bad teeth?
No, I mean, I think it's just picking up on all of the things that, like, good teeth holds a lot of currency in America. That's just one of the things that we know. I think that, I think I was just having fun with that song. That song's just a fun song about kind of little observations about the dynamic between, you know, young British boy and young American girl.
Yeah, it's funny.
Doing your own shows at the moment, but festival season is approaching, kicking it off with Coachella in April. Are we going to see anyone else joining you up on stage? I know Disclosure are doing Coachella.
Right.
Are they? I don't know. I'm not sure. That's definitely not been arranged. But I mean, collaborations live are certainly something that's more that I would get into more than collaborating musically at the moment.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens over festival season.
Yeah, I mean, Coachella just seems to be the place where just there's so many artists. They all seem to jump up. I'd love to see Sting come up on stage with Matty from the 1975. Bit of Field of Dreams. Are you kidding?
Did you say Sting?
Yeah.
Sting.
There's too many egos and messiah complexes on one stage.
You'd be meditating together before the set.
Exactly.
There are so many songs that you wrote for this album. 17 made the cut. How many didn't make the cut? What's going to happen to them? And was there a song in particular that you think could make the next?
There's not. We finished the album and then we kind of just kept writing because we were in that mode. So we've written bits and bobs for the next record, but I think that was done after the record. There wasn't really a song that didn't make the album. Everything that was written towards the album, some songs like got completely butchered and we took the lyrics out of it and put it in another one, and took the guitar riff and put it in another one. But like, there's no there's no fully formed songs from the second album knocking around on demos, which is I quite like, because the whole record just is the record. But there is songs that we've written and demoed post the second album.
Before you get out of here, two things. One is the whiteboard that you tweeted was so interesting and intriguing. It's a whiteboard with all the songs on the album, but also you're ticking off synths, beats, guitars, ballads, vocals along the way. Do you know if this is a unique way of creating an album or a song?
No, it's just, I think that's just a coherent way of keeping you. I mean, when you're making a record over 4 months, like, to be honest with you, I think when we got really into it, the longest we worked on a song straight for was like 4 days. And then you go away from it and you come back later on the session. Because, I mean, 4 months, the record's completely changed. So you start changing things that you recorded originally, and that process is just making sure, is the bass done? Is the guitar? Have we finished writing it? I mean, writing is the first tick. Do you know what I mean? It's just a way of trying to keep. I'm quite scatterbrained in particular, anyway, so it's just a good way of keeping me in
Love
check.
the organisation.
And do you have your phone on you where you can access your current personal Twitter account, Matty?
Yeah.
Okay, so when we asked people or told people Matty's going to be on the show tonight, a lot of people sent questions. One girl sent a photo, and I've just DM'd it in case it's too embarrassing. So I've put it on private message between me and you.
Yeah.
Can I please have a squeeze?
Wow.
You looking at it?
I've got it here.
Oh,
I've got it
wow.
here.
Oh, goodness. What are you doing?
What's happening in this photo, Matty?
Well, that's me. I think I'm 17, and I'm in Johnny Cole's back garden. I remember that shirt, actually. The hands down my pants thing, I like to have, this sounds like an excuse, right there, basically, what we're talking about. There's a photo of me, and it looks like I'm masturbating through clothes, pretty much.
Kind of looks like you might be stoned as well.
Yeah, oh, really? Yeah, I mean, possibly, you think. 17 years old.
Well, it's a possibility.
I'm like an advert for being stoned. Anyway,
so
yeah.
good.
So anyway, I don't know what I'm doing.
I just thought it was funny, and I thought I had to share it. How long's it been since you've seen that photo?
You know what? I think it cropped up on my Facebook like a year ago. You know, like where it does that thing like
Share memories.
17 years ago, you were here. And it's like really depressing.
We've all got those photos from our past.
Oh, mate, so good.
I have that. It's like five years ago today, and I was like, oh my God, I thought that was like a week ago. Anyway.
The Hit 30.